Howdy everyone, good afternoon, and I am here to share another recipe with you. This is for some strawberry cupcakes. I took this recipe from allrecipes.com, and there's only one thing that I'm going to leave out, and I'll let you know. But first I'm going to run through the ingredients, and then we're going to go ahead and put it all together, and you'll see what comes out. And of course, I will also put the recipe with ingredients and the directions in the description below. So make sure you check that out. Also, you might want to notice that I have a little button somewhere around here. I don't know if it's this side or way over on that side. And you can use that to just subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Okay, the first thing we're going to need is we're going to need 8 large fresh strawberries. I didn't find really large ones. I just found these little kind of medium, smallish ones. So I'm just going to use whatever I feel like I want to use because it says on there, or as needed. So I've got these strawberries, and we'll see. We're going to have to puree some of them, and we'll see how to do that in a minute. You're also going to need 2 eggs, 2 large eggs. What doesn't say large eggs? Mine are large, so that's what I'm using. Okay, you're also going to need a cup of white sugar, just plain white sugar. You will need a 1/3 cup of your favorite vegetable oil. I'm using canola oil, but same thing, vegetable oil, canola oil. Just use what you like. Okay, and you will need a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of vanilla extract right here. This is for the cupcake, the breading or the cake part. Okay, and then you will also need half a teaspoon of some lemon zest. I've got some lemon here, and I'm going to zest that up, and hopefully I get half a teaspoon. If not, I've got another lemon over here waiting for me. There we go. And then you need 1½ cups of AP, all-purpose flour right here. A 1/4 teaspoon of some salt, just your regular salt. And you will need 3 tablespoons of instant vanilla pudding. So I just bought my store brand. I like it. It's instant vanilla pudding. And we're going to use, what did I say? 3 tablespoons of instant vanilla pudding. I'll go through that all over again when we start doing it. Okay, this is the ingredient that it asks for also. It says a drop of red food coloring, and it says or as needed, and then it also says optional. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that out because I didn't feel like, you know, looking for red food coloring. So I'm just going to make them look pretty as they are, you know, natural. Okay, so then also we're going to make a little icing to go on top, and I'm not sure if that red food coloring was needed for that or not, so it doesn't matter. But if you want to use that, use it in there. I'll go through the instructions in a minute because I haven't done that. I'm winging it. I like to try out things. Sometimes I go step by step, sometimes I don't. I switch it up, so that might happen. But I'm going to try and go step by step on this one. The only thing I'm leaving out is the red food coloring. So you're also going to need 3/4 cups of cream cheese, and you need that to be soft. So make sure you take that out a couple of hours. So, you know, leave it out in your kitchen so it'll soften. And this is about getting soft. And then you're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter, which you will also need to soften. This is a 4 tablespoons, so I'm just going to cut it in half. And this is not soft yet, but so I'm going to wait for that to get soft. And then you're going to need half a cup of confectioner's sugar. You will also need more vanilla extract, and that's a half a teaspoon. And then 3 large fresh strawberries that you'll slice up. And you're going to use those to garnish your little cupcakes. Now, that all depends on how many you might need at the end. So, you know, make sure you got plenty of strawberries. Okay, we're going to get all these ingredients ready, and we'll get ready to get this going. All right, so I've been grating lemon. And I need half a teaspoon of lemon zest. And for some reason, I was looking at my half a tablespoon. So I went ahead and I did both lemons, and I think I would have had enough with just one. But anyway, there's my lemon zest, and I've grated it. So now I'm just going to measure half a teaspoon of that for my batter here. So it asks for me to put 8 large strawberries in blender. You would think that with all my gadgets, I would have a blender. I don't. I need to get one. But anyway, so it's just to puree my strawberries. So what you would do is you would obviously put your strawberries, 8 large strawberries into a blender, puree them, and then you would strain them and remove the little, you know, the little seeds. But I'm going to pretend I'm out in the pioneer days because I live in Texas. And I'm a Texas lady. And I'm not going to do that. I am going to put them in my little chopper, and I'm just going to chop them up. It might be a little chunky, I don't know. But I'm going to leave the little seeds in there. I'm not even going to bother straining them because I don't have a strainer. That's right. I don't. I have a colander, but you know, strainer you need with them little holes. And I thought about using my coffee makers. You know, like I had an old coffee maker that we just got rid of, and it had a little mesh basket in there, which I thought this could actually work as a strainer. But you know what? Let's see how many I have here. 3, 6, 8. I have 8 little kind of medium strawberries here, so I'm just gonna get one extra one. And I've got my little chopper. You can use whatever. Chop it up by hand. Put it in the blender and puree it. But I'm gonna put them in here. So that's what I'm gonna do. This is how you improvise. Okay? This is how you improvise and how you switch things up. And you know what? It's still gonna be good. It's gonna be yum yum. Because I made it. Because you're gonna make it with love. And speaking of love, a week and a day from now will be Valentine's Day. So that's why I decided to make some strawberry cupcakes. Not for Valentine's Day, because I'm obviously not going to keep them till then. But because I thought it would be a great idea to have a video up for you so that you could have a little something to make. Usually what I like to do is I like to put up a video on a Tuesday and a Friday. This is what I'm striving for, but I haven't gotten to that way of doing it yet, because last week I even added I think I did 3 videos last week. And this morning, which is a Monday, I went ahead and uploaded a video for a Valentine's Day wreath, because I thought, why am I waiting till Tuesday? Let me just do it on Monday. So that kind of changed. And so this video for the strawberry cupcakes will probably go up either Wednesday or Thursday instead of Friday. That's what I'm going to do, because I'm going to get impatient and when I want to put it up. I don't know if I'll have an extra one for Friday, but just so that I can give these sort of Valentine ideas out for you, and then you can have time to get your ingredients. I got this from QVC. You just pull the string. It's noisy as heck, I know. Well, but look at that. Get my strawberries in there. Some of them are little pieces, or large pieces in there, but I'll fix them up. Okay, I'm gonna probably do a little bit more on this, but for now I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Let's get this. You're gonna set your puree aside once you do that. Okay, so in my mixing bowl, my large mixing bowl, whether you're gonna do it with a hand mixer or you're gonna actually use a big old thing like I am. I didn't set up a little trash can next to me. That's not very nice. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I got my mixer ready. The first thing it says is to beat together my eggs, my white sugar, and my vegetable oil. So I've got 2 eggs here. 1, no shells, just the egg and egg white and yolk in there. Let's put that in there. All right, and then we have our sugar. I think it was a cup. I'm going to write that on the bottom anyway. Repeat that. 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. There we go. We're going to need 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I think it was funny that I was looking at my 1/2 tablespoon earlier to do the measurement, but 1/2 teaspoon is actually way down here. So that's what I need. I need 1/2 teaspoon of that. Vanilla extract. It says to add the lemon zest, which was also 1/2 a teaspoon. So let's measure that out. You know what? There's not very much left in here. I'm just going to throw it all in. What the heck, right? Or should I put this in the... I'm going to put this in the frosting part. So I'm going to save that little tiny bit. You don't have to do that. That's just something I'm going to do right now. Just because. All right, let's get this sealed up. And then we're going to need the strawberry puree. Well, what do you know? Well, I'll add that in a minute because I want to go ahead and puree that a little bit more. Okay, here we go. We're going to blend that up. Just a couple of minutes. All right. I've got my dry ingredients ready. I got my flour, baking powder. What is this? Oh, this is the pudding. The 3 tablespoons of pudding. I had to think about it. Isn't that crazy? Okay, yeah, it is. Let's put these lemons over here because they're still nice. All right, now we're going to add the strawberry in there, but you know what? I'm going to go for a little bit because I'm going to puree them just a little bit more. All right, I've got my strawberries chopped up real nice and fine, like pureed. And I want those little seeds in there. So I'm not going to go through the trouble of doing what I said. So you go ahead and do that if you want. If you don't think you could handle that. But I think that's going to give it more of a, you know, homemade. Grandma made this for you, even though grandmas are, you know, awesome. I'd like to be a grandmother. This is to my sons who are watching, potentially watching. I'd like to be a grandma. Anyway, we're adding that in there. The puree that I created. All right. Another way you could do a puree is if you put them in a little pot and heat them up and just mash them up in there in the pot, get them hot. That's another way to puree them. If you don't have a blender, you could do that. It's just going to take a little work, basically. All right, so now we've added the, let's see, where are we? And we added the puree and combine that. Now it says to stir in the flour, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to do a little bit at a time. That's not really a little bit at a time, is it? That was just kind of slowly pouring it in. And then I'm going to use my spatula to just get it off the sides there. Oh, it looks pretty. It's all pink and pretty. I'm starting to think that the food coloring was for the icing on the top, a little cream on the top. Okay. Or is for that. Not it was. Okay. But yeah, that looks good. Looks real pretty. Let's pick you up so you can see. Look at that. All right. I'll be right back. All right, so I realized I had a really bad light coming from my window, so I went ahead and I closed that in hopes that the light that's in here is good for the video. Forgive me for that. Let me go ahead and stop this. Pull this up here. Oh, look how beautiful that looks. Well, you can't see it, but I'm going to show you. So you get a good idea what it looks like so far. Look at that. All right, it's pretty and pink. That's what it is. See who remembers that 80s movie? I do. Okay, because I'm old. All right, let's see. Let's snap you in place. There we go. Now we're going to add the rest of the ingredients, which was the, let's see. We did the flour. Okay, the baking powder, which is right here, baking powder, get that in there. We need salt, which is a quarter teaspoon of salt. Earlier when I was measuring my ingredients, oh, I was using the salt instead of my sugar. And I put it in there and I thought, why does it look different? And then I realized, wait a minute, this is my salt, not my sugar. So I'm glad I realized that before I actually made the cupcakes. Then it would have been like really salty. Okay, let's get that in there. And then of course the pudding. Get that out of the way. Let's see what else we need. Pudding mix, and then we're going to, this is, the reason they're asking for pudding mix is for moisture cupcake. That's what it says on the instructions there. All right, now then we would add red food coloring to reach a desired shade of pink. That's when we put the food coloring. Okay, but you know what? We're not going to do that. So I've got my oven already preheated at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's ready to go. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this batter into my little cupcake form. So I got to get that out. And let me show you what I got. I actually got these at the Dollar Tree. Look at that. Look at the little cupcake papers. They're so cute. And then they come with these little extra little picks, little plastic hearts. They're so cute. $1. And it has, how many? 18 cups and 18 little picks. So we're going to see how many this makes. Let's see, does it say how many on there? No, it doesn't. Okay, so we'll figure that out in a minute. All right. And I'll be back. All right, so I've prepared my little pan here. with, I don't know if this is recording. 1 minute, please. Okay, apparently it was recording. Okay, so I prepared my little cake. I got these also at the Dollar Tree, my little cupcake tins. And I've used them several times already, so I'm really happy with them. They clean up really nicely. They do stain, of course, you know, like any other pan for baking wood. But it's actually pretty good. I've had them quite a while now, and I've used them several times. I've actually even made like egg, little cupcakes with mixed up egg in there and some ham and stuff, and put them in the oven. Anyway, oven at 325. Fill these up to 2/3, and they're going to bake for about 10 minutes. You're going to check them with a toothpick, make sure they're done. I'm not sure how much it's going to make. It didn't really say on there. Maybe I need to read further down. But I've gone ahead and prepared 12. So I've got 2 trays here. So I'm just using my ice cream scoop to fill. 2/3 up. Probably shouldn't have filled that up so much. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and fill and see how many I can get done here. I just wanted to show you again real cute the little paper. It's got little hearts. And it's got like red and pink in there. So actually the little picks, I got half of them in the red and half of them in this pink. I don't know if you can tell the difference in color, but there we go. They're cute. And of course I'm going to have some sliced strawberries, so that'll be pretty on top. Okay, I'll be back. All right, so I've got my cupcakes in the oven, and they've been in there a while now, and I've decided to go ahead and get this frosting done. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to need 3/4 cups of softened cream cheese. This is an 8 ounce, so it's 1 cup. So if it's 3/4 cups, that means 6 ounces. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do with the other 2 ounces? I mean, I guess I could save it and use it on something. And so what I am going to do is I'm going to make enchiladas tonight. So I'm going to save that extra 2 ounces, and I'm going to use that to top my enchiladas. Why not, right? Just soften it up a little bit more. Here we go. So here's 3/4 cups of that cream cheese. Let me get a napkin. Prepared ahead of time. Okay, we're going to cream that with, let's see, 2 tablespoons of softened butter. And well, I put it in the microwave for a little bit, so it's a little bit melted, but it's not hot because I waited so it'll cool off. So there we go. 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm using butter. I guess you could use margarine, but you know, always use butter. It's always better that way. Butter is better. Okay, so we're going to use a 1/2 cup of confectioner's sugar. But before I add that in, I'm going to go ahead and start breaking this up a little bit, blend it up. I need 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. All right, so that's what you would need. 2 tablespoons of butter, 3/4 cup of softened cream cheese, 1/2 cup of confectioner's sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. But as you all know, I had some lemon zest that I over-zested earlier. And I'm going to go ahead and add that in there just for the heck of it. There we go. Get that in there. Let's add this sugar. And this is just going to make a little, simple little frosting. Nothing extravagant. Mix that in there. It's not asking me to add any kind of liquids. The only other thing I'm going to need is about 3 of these strawberries, and I'm going to slice them up for the topping on the very top. So we're going to get those cupcakes out pretty soon. It's got about 2 minutes to go. We're going to get them out. We're going to pull them out, let them cool off first, and then we'll decorate them and we'll be back. All right, everyone, I told you that the cupcakes would go into the oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit, which is actually what it should be. But I also said to put them in for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is actually the cooling time. What it says on there is to just bake them till they're risen and done, and you just insert a toothpick in there. So what I did is I baked them. You can bake them 18 to 20 minutes, but I went ahead and I did the whole 20 minutes, and they're done. There we go. And they're hot, so I'm going to put it aside. All right, and I have already finished my icing that I'm going to use, or my little frosting. This is what it looks like. Really pretty. And then I've also gone ahead and I've sliced up some strawberries, kind of in this lengthwise. Let me get one. You know, I've cut off this little bit, the green part, and then I've sliced them going down this way rather than, you know, chop, chop, chop. I did chop, chop, chop. Okay, so that's what I did. And I'm going to use those to garnish on top. And of course, I'm going to use these cute little picks that came with the little papers to put on top of them. And but I need to let them cool off because they're hot right now, and I don't want the frosting to melt on them. So as soon as that's done, cooled off, we'll come back and decorate them. All right, well, my cupcakes are all cooled off. I'm going to go ahead and frost them, and I've got my cream cheese, little cream in here. It's really pretty. Look at that. It doesn't make a lot, and I've got 12 cupcakes, so I'm just going to frost as many as I think I can frost. Now you could put this frosting into a little plastic bag, make a little snip at the tip, and then just squeeze it out. That would be pretty. But I'm just going to go ahead and use my little spatula. You get about a tablespoon of it, which is basically what it says in the instructions. 1 or 2 tablespoons, I believe it's what it said. And I can see the little lemon zest in there. I don't think it'll show up on there, but anyway, I can see the little bits of lemon zest. I'm going to put a little heart right in the middle. And then I'm going to put some little pieces of strawberry, like so. I think it looks like a little heart. What do you think? Let's put that further in. There we go. And maybe a smaller piece on the other side. Look at that. It's so pretty. I'm going to keep decorating these. About a tablespoon of frosting, and just kind of move it around like so, from the center to the edges. Let's put the strawberry piece on it first. I think I like that. And then the little pick right in the middle. Don't push it all the way through because we don't want it poking out the bottom. There we go. I'm going to keep decorating these, and then I'll show you my finished product. There you go. You can see the bits of strawberry in there. Let's taste it. Oh my gosh. The cupcake part alone is terrific. If you want to cut on sugar and not put any frosting at all, go for it. My mouth is full of yumminess right now. There we go. That's our cupcake. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you will also enjoy making them and taking them over to someone you love, or just someone, you know, that's really special. It doesn't have to be a lover. It can be your mom, your dad, your grandma, your kids. Just make it for your family, or take them to work for your friends or your co-workers. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave your nice comments below. Let me know what you think. Please subscribe, and as always, enjoy.